$625 million. Vanished. In a single, devastating click that sent shockwaves rippling through the crypto world, leaving investors stunned, systems trembling, and trust in tatters. The FBI points a trembling finger at North Korea, and the name whispered in the digital shadows freezes the blood in your veins: the Lazarus Group. These aren't just hackers. They're a military-backed cyber army, a relentless force stealing billions to fuel nuclear weapons in the hidden depths of a rogue state, a threat that lurks in every encrypted line of code. Welcome to a chilling tale of economic warfare, where your cryptocurrency teeters on the brink of annihilation, a prize in a game you didn't sign up to play. Let's peel back the layers of a sinister conspiracy that threatens the very foundation of our digital economy and beyond. It all erupted in March 2022, when over $600 million slipped away from a crypto platform like mist dissolving into the night, a loss that echoed across the blockchain with a haunting resonance. This wasn't the work of a lone teenager hunched over a flickering screen in a dimly lit basement, fumbling with amateur code. It was the Lazarus Group, a shadowy unit meticulously forged by North Korea's Reconnaissance General Bureau, a secretive arm of their military machine that operates beyond the reach of international law and morality. Isolated by crippling sanctions, starved of access to global banking systems that sustain modern economies, they turned to an unconventional army of coders instead of traditional soldiers marching on battlefields stained with blood. For over a decade, these elite hackers have raided financial institutions with surgical precision that leaves no trace, infiltrated cryptocurrency exchanges with an eerie silence that chills the spine of every trader, and struck at the heart of governments, siphoning off foreign currency to sustain a defiant and dangerous regime that defies the world order. Their ultimate prize? Billions in cryptocurrency to power their nuclear ambitions. A silent weapon in a war fought beyond visible borders. A conflict waged in the unseen currents of the internet that shape our lives. Did you know North Korea funnels nearly half its missile funding through these digital heists? A fact that casts a long, ominous shadow over global security and stability? A truth that demands our vigilance? It's a grim reality that demands your attention and action. Drop your thoughts, your fears, and your reactions in the comments below, because your voice could ignite a movement in this fight. Their reign of terror ignited with Axie Infinity's Ronin Bridge, a $10 billion gaming crypto fortress that stood as a beacon of digital wealth in a decentralized world, a symbol of trust now reduced to rubble. In a stroke of dark genius that borders on the diabolical, they masqueraded as corporate recruiters, dangling a six-figure job offer like bait before a senior developer at Sky Mavis, a key guardian of the platform's security infrastructure that held the line against such threats. One fateful click on a seemingly innocuous PDF attachment unleashed a silent predator. Custom spyware that burrowed deep into the system like a parasite feeding on its host, a digital vampire draining life from the network. Weeks of lurking in the digital undergrowth passed in tense anticipation, a predator biding its time with predatory patience. And then, with cold, calculated precision that defied imagination, they seized control of the bridge's validator nodes, the gatekeepers of its vast riches that protected millions of users. On March 23, 2022, they unleashed their strike, draining 173,600 Ethereum and 25.5 million USDC in one merciless sweep that left the crypto community reeling in disbelief and despair, a wound that cut deep into the community's soul. $625 million evaporated into the void, a loss that echoes as the largest DeFi hack in history, a scar that still bleeds in the blockchain's immutable ledger, a testament to their power. Can you feel the weight of that devastation pressing down on the industry? A burden felt by every investor who trusted in this fragile system. Hit like if this revelation leaves you speechless and hungry for justice to be served to these digital outlaws. But their hunger only deepened with each victory claimed from the ashes of their targets. 2 months later, Harmony Bridge buckled under their relentless assault. $100 million vanishing in a mere 9 minutes through a cunning exploitation of a hidden smart contract flaw, a testament to their evolving and terrifying skill that adapts with every strike and learns from every defense. Then, in February 2025, they escalated their campaign of terror, hitting Bybit for a staggering $1.5 billion by piercing a critical wallet transfer vulnerability with surgical accuracy that defied belief and mocked the best security measures money could buy. Each strike follows a chilling ritual. Scout a weak link with relentless patience that wears down even the strongest defenses. Strike with surgical precision that leaves no trace for investigators to follow. And melt back into the digital shadows, where no light dares to penetrate the darkness they command with iron will. They've set their sights on DeFi platforms, with their decentralized promise now tainted by vulnerability, and centralized exchanges, where billions lie exposed and defenseless against their relentless grasp. The threat grows with every passing hour, a shadow lengthening over the crypto landscape, a specter that haunts every transaction and every wallet held by the unwary. Want to shield your crypto from this encroaching darkness that threatens your financial future and peace of mind? Explore the secure wallet and VPN links waiting patiently below. Your first line of defense in this unseen and relentless war that rages in the digital realm. Stealing was merely the opening gambit in their grand and sinister strategy that unfolds like a nightmare from which we can't awaken. To bury their tracks and evade the long arm of justice that seeks to hold them accountable for their crimes against humanity, they funneled billions through crypto mixers like Tornado Cash, splintering funds across hundreds of wallets with calculated, unpredictable delays that confound even the most skilled trackers and analysts who dedicate their lives to this pursuit. They cashed out via obscure Asia-based exchanges, their transactions cloaked in a veil of secrecy that defies detection by the sharpest eyes and the most advanced algorithms, or indulged the regime with lavish luxury goods, a twisted reward for their digital conquests that mocks the victims left in their wake, a slap in the face to every honest trader. Yet even the sharpest minds can falter under the weight of their own ambition and hubris that blinds them to their errors. Reusing wallet addresses left faint, traceable trail like breadcrumbs in the dark, a mistake that offered a glimmer of hope to the hunted, and the FBI pounced with determined resolve, clawing back $30 million, a pitiful droplet against their nuclear-sized fortune that dwarfs imagination and taunts the world with its impunity. The United Nations unveils a haunting truth that lingers in the air like a storm cloud ready to burst. These hacks finance nearly 50% of North Korea's missile program, a silent arsenal built on the stolen dreams and hard-earned wealth of countless others who trusted in the system. This isn't just crime. It's a war waged in the silence of code, a conflict where the free world is still scrambling to mount a defense against this unseen and formidable enemy that strikes without warning or mercy. Their legacy stretches back into the annals of cyber history, a trail of destruction that marks their inexorable rise to power over the digital domain. In 2014, they crippled Sony Pictures with a vengeful hack over the film. The Interview, a warning shot that reverberated across Hollywood and beyond, sending a message of fear that silenced studios. In 2017, WannaCry ransomware locked down hospitals and factories worldwide. A Lazarus fingerprint smeared in digital chaos that cost billions and left lives hanging in the balance, a scar on global infrastructure that still festers. Even in 2016, they nearly plundered $1 billion from Bangladesh Bank, escaping with $81 million after a near miss that showcased their audacity and skill, a preview of their future dominance that loomed on the horizon. Each assault honed their craft, sharpening their blades for today's mastery over the crypto frontier that defines our age and shapes our future. They wield no tanks or missiles in the traditional sense, just laptops, VPNs, and an unyielding mission that drives them forward with relentless purpose and cold determination that knows no bounds. The West is playing catch-up, its defenses lagging behind the pace of their innovation, and the stakes climb higher with every encrypted byte that passes through their cunning hands, a tide that threatens to overwhelm us all. They lurk out there now, hidden in the digital shadows, where no light reaches to expose their presence, their eyes fixed on your exchange, your wallet, your most personal and valuable data that you hold dear and depend upon. But a glimmer of hope pierces the gloom like a beacon in the night, a light in the darkness. The FBI has unleashed a secret weapon, a digital Trojan horse embedded deep within their network, a silent spy in their midst, waiting with bated breath to strike back at the heart of their operations and turn the tide against this menace. What unfolds from this covert clash of titans, this battle of wits and code that could redefine the security of our digital age? That's the mystery awaiting revelation in Part 2, a chapter that promises to unveil the next twist in this unfolding drama that holds the world in suspense. Subscribe and hit the bell to join the pursuit, to stand witness to the unfolding battle that shapes our future and determines our fate. Tell me, should crypto bridges be banned to stem this tide of relentless and devastating attacks that threaten our financial stability and digital trust? A question that demands an answer? Cast your vote in our poll below, because your voice could echo through this cyber war and shape its future course with every choice you make and every stand you take. Stay vigilant, because the Lazarus Group's next move is already brewing in the darkness, a storm on the horizon that threatens to engulf us all if we don't rise to meet it with courage and resolve.